Hi everyone. Today we are going to discuss about one of the functionality in cash management that is related to how to create bank accounts by using cash management. So let's get into theoretical subject. Yeah, this is the basic thing which we need to have. Functionality, as I mentioned, create bank statements, create bank account, and what are the prerequisites are required in order to create bank account. And this functionality will comes under the cash management. Ideally, these things we can see bank accounts, accounts payable, where it is associated with the payments and receivables, where we are going to receive creating the receipts, right? So ideally, it is part of the all the subledger models as well as except fixed assets. Sorry. So this is the agenda today, which we are going to discuss, and I will show that how to create as well as. So here, as I mentioned, prerequisites are legal entity, currency, and business unit. These three are required while creating bank account. And this is the flow where we are going to create a bank accounts. Ideally, we can see bank. Under that, as usually, we should have the address and bank branch of the bank and routing number and bank account, payment and document number. Ideally, it is representing about your checkup, I mean to say, check numbers or instrument numbers. So this is the hierarchy where you can create a bank accounts in the Fusion application. And here I mentioned that this particular bank account, what is the purpose or where you are going to use this specific bank account in the SaaS application. SaaS in the sense, Fusion application. So ideally, Oracle has given three different models. Those are payables, receivables, and payroll. This is specifically the client can choose what is the purpose to use this specific bank account. Either you want to make a payments to your suppliers specifically, then they can use as a payable model only. Where they can go enable the checkbox for payables. And similarly, if at all the clients wants to use this bank is only receivables where customer payments and payroll only for the HCM team can use to release the salaries or salaries in month-on basis for employees. So these are the three different areas we can enable these bank accounts by using the various business purposes. And connectivity or linkage. So what is the meaning of connectivity and linkage? The connectivity linkage is represent about where this specific bank is associated with the different subset of the functions. Example, as I mentioned here, legal entity and currency and business unit. So when I go and assign this specific legal entity to your bank account, it means that all the activities or transactions, what are the things are going to be happening under this specific bank account, it is interlinked with your legal entity. It is most important. It's a mandatory setup as well as. And purpose to have bank account. So what is the purpose to maintain the bank accounts or multiple bank accounts by the client? The main purpose is that to maintain the bank balances and funds in the respective bank accounts to see their financial funding amounts. In other words, you can say the financials where they can see that and take a decision by their respective managers or management, because it is play a very big key role to release funds to the your suppliers on daily basis, or like based on your what I can say that based on your planning, either twice in a week or thrice in a week. That's how the clients will release the supplier payments. And So another benefit is that, as I mentioned here, reconciliation. We need to do the reconcile to keep your records up to date and accurate for the reporting purpose. It means whenever you release funds or whenever getting the collections from your respective customers, that value has to be recorded in the cash management and the respective bank account, so that your bank balances and your Oracle bank balances should get matched at every time. Otherwise, it will be difficult to reconcile. This is the major benefit where you can use these bank accounts. Another benefit is that we can forecast the your upcoming balances also. Let's say example, you have sold or sold your products to the customers in the market where they are going to pay the amount, right? So we can forecast that those things as well as, and we can forecast that where how much amount we need to release for the suppliers in the month end. So that is again it's a decision, business decision. Okay. So these are the major benefits we can see that by using the bank accounts in Oracle application. Let's get into application to see that how to create the bank accounts. So this is the area where you can go and look at the screen and go to functional setup and maintenance. And here you can choose as a functional area, financials. Go to cash management. Turn it. Yeah, here you can see under payments, so you can see cash management. This is the Monty. Select all, and you can see, just scroll down, bank. Here you can see banks, branches, and accounts. So just click on manage banks. This is the first step. Here in this page, you can see existing bank accounts, banks, which are already defined by the Oracle, and also which you can create our own banks. View branches and create branches. We can create any existing things, or like you can create our own things as well as. By clicking on plus symbol, we can create a new bank here. Sorry. And action. You can go and click on that. You can see create, edit, and view branch, and all the things what you are showing in the top. We can see those things as well as here. So click on plus symbol. Select country, which country you want to use this specific bank. I want to use United States. United States. Bank name is that I can give HDFC, or I can give JP Morgan, right? JPM Bank. You can take alternative bank name. Code you can give like blank. Description you can give as this one, and you can, if you want, you can give the taxpayer ID and registration number as well as. Yes, save. Here you can see address and contact also we can create if you want. So don't want for this now, just you can click on save and close. Now my bank is created. This is the bank. Okay. So and then select and click on create branch. Which bank this is belongs to? Maryland, which is US, and Maryland 1, and routing number. This is the most critical thing which you need to create. Routing number. Just 1 minute. Yeah. So just you can find the routing number. Maryland routing number. You can take from Google. Ideally, these things will be given by the client at the time of creating. Routing number. Discussion, you can leave it as it is. It's not required. Branch number type, you can give anything. And branch type, you can give others. EFT number, if you want to maintain these things, you can maintain it, or else you can keep it as it is. Okay. And save and close. So created branch as well as. What is the next step? As I mentioned here, address branch and routing number. Now go to the accounts. Manage bank accounts. So here you can choose any existing one if you want to edit or modify something like that. At the same time, you can create your own new bank account as well as. By click on plus symbol, we can create our new bank account. So here branch what we created is a Maryland. Just you can type as a Maryland, it will pick automatically which we created the previous step. Account name, saying that GPM saving account. And number is for demo purpose, I'm giving some random numbers. Keep it as a standard. And currency, this is pre-defined, which already we have, USD. And here you can see when you create a bank account, this bank account is going to be mapping under which legal entity. That's what I said. It is a prerequisite setup while create a bank account. So assign which legal entity you want. Yes, one. As a demo purpose, giving as a US1 and account type. Either it is saving or checking or what it is. Make it as a saving. Description, you can keep it as any of the content. And these things we can create based on your need. And I told you here purpose or use, right? Payables, receivables, and payroll. Here you can see same thing. Account use. What purpose we are going to use this specific bank account on daily basis. I want to use this account as to release the supplier payments. That it will comes under the payables. Okay, so I selected as a only payables at presently. And then here under here you can notice that there are 4 tabs are there, which each tab can have the different setups. Under general, we can see GL accounts. So where do you use this specific GL accounts? One is cash account and another one is cash clearing account. Where do you use these accounts? When you perform any activity under this specific bank account, either making a payment, at the time, these accounts will get impacted. It means that it will pick up the accounting entries from the bank setup level. That's where we need to provide the accounts here. It's not a mandatory, but you can provide your accounts for the cash and cash credit accounts. It will take a while. Choose cash account. Select. And time being, I'm giving same thing as a clearing account also. So what is the difference or what is the this setup is talking about? Reconciliation difference. If something is reconciled, when you do the reconcile, if some differences are coming up to balancing, those things falls under this account. And here you can see checkbox, enable multiple cash account combination for reconciliation. If you are using different kind of natural account combination for reconciliation purpose, then you can enable this and pick up multiple accounts here. Here you can see here, right? So this is what you can see. If you want, you can make it as other things as well as. Okay, so that's why you can use these account segments. Time being is not required. And additional information. If you want to maintain some additional information by giving these fields, that is also possible. And here you can see one of the thing. Netting account. Netting account is most important when you do the netting of your customers and suppliers. Either this bank account is going to be using the specific reason for only netting purpose, then you can enable this checkbox to use account. Otherwise, not required. Multi-currency accounts. If you want enable, you can enable it by using your business requirement. Okay. So here payment documents, which I told you right as a check number or your instrument numbers of the bank account. Once you create these things, go to controls. What is the meaning of controls? These controls are most important setup on the screen, which will be using for the manual reconciliation and auto reconciliation as well as. Here you can see cash management controls under that reconciliation. Manual reconciliation tolerance rules. When you use this specific bank account for do the reconcile of the your transactions on daily basis, what are the tolerance you want to enable it, that you can choose here. Similarly, automatic reconciliation rule set. This is I will create another video. This is most important setup where it is have the two different setups where you need to assign it and then map to the your bank account. This ideally this used for the when you do the auto reconcile of this bank account, then you can enable the rules by using the this setup. And here you can see bank statement processing, the personal set. This also like most important by using the personal set, how you can import a bank statements. And here you can see bank statement transactions creation rules. This is another setup which you can create in the separate setup and assign it over here. And security. This is something where Oracle has provided really very good function. We can give some certain business users where they can handle all the these accounts under the banks by using this enable this specific checkboxes. We can provide the specific user to access it to modify or like change any of the functions over here. Those specific guys only can perform the activities under this bank accounts. Otherwise, it won't possible for them make any changes by others. That is the benefit of enable this specific bank account. Sorry, checkbox. And business unit. This is another one which I told you as a prerequisite setup to create a bank account. Ultimately, once we create all this subset of the functionalities, what can be done next? This is going to be mapping to the which business unit. I want to tag this account under this business unit because all the subledger accounts, I mean to say AR, AP, whatever the things, those transactions comes under the specific BU, right? So that we are assigning this bank account also under the same business unit as well as to capture the payments. Enable the or assign the bank, sorry, business unit here. Here you can see GL accounts capture automatically in the previous step, which comes under the general. Here I can see payment document category by payment method. If you want, you can create your own setup over here. Okay, and then click on OK. Save. Now I created completely bank account by using all the functionality over here. Save and close. Once you've done this all the activities, the best practice and best approach is that always click on done and come back accounts again. Double check either bank is created or not created. JPM bank. Yes, my bank account is available over here. Active? Yes, it is active now. Okay. Now this bank account is ready for the using to release the payments to my suppliers on daily basis. So this is how we can create a new bank account by giving the all the required fields, which is mandatory and optional as well as the closure of this section is that what are the things we created over here by choosing this different set of things. This all the things will be given by the your client at the time of implementation. And when you do the support to the client, you may see some kind of challenges or issues will occur. Do the reconcile of manually or like automatic reconciliations. That we'll discuss in next video. Thanks for watching my video, and please do subscribe and like and share it. It will reach to multiple IT professionals who is working on this Oracle Fusion Cloud Financials. Thanks once again.